Hi, I'm Winston, and welcome to the Real Estate Template, where we're going to teach you that there's so much more to real estate investing than just buildings, land, and housing. We're going to teach you how to invest. We're going to teach you how to qualify a property. We're going to teach you how to find the right people to help you make that deal. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about our power team today. So if you're going to invest in real estate, you need a power team to back you up. And you say, well, I don't have any money. How am I going to hire somebody for a power team? That's not the kind of power team we're talking about. What is a power team? So I do real estate on a daily basis. I have people in my life that mentor me. I have people that I can call and I can talk to and I can ask questions. You know, you can look at this video and the different videos that we do as a form of mentorship. We can mentor you with that right there. You can take that, maybe go talk to another investor face to face, say, hey, I got this question, let them help you. People will mentor you through the situations you get into that you don't understand. It is important to have mentors, many of them. Now, I'm going to tell you, I like to have mentors that are doing better than I'm doing. I like to talk to people that know more about a particular subject than I know. I like to talk to people that can bring me to the next level. If you're broke and you want to learn how to be financially successful, do not go talk to more broke people. They're just going to teach you how to be broke. If they didn't know how to be broke, they knew how to be successful, they would be successful now. They would not be broke. I am not trying to insult anybody. I'm just telling you. I don't go to broke people to teach me how to make money. I go to people that have more money than me to teach me how to make more money, or at least they're where I am and they can help me in a different avenue. I'm an investor in real estate. I'm a buy and hold investor. I am not a guy that goes out and does syndication. So I don't bring multiple people into my investment to do a syndication deal. But if I want to do that, and we have entertained that right there, then I go talk to somebody that does syndications because they can teach me the ins and outs. They can teach me how not to make some really stupid mistakes. And I've made some stupid mistakes in my life with real estate that has lost a lot of money. And had I had somebody that I went to and asked for their advice, I would not have made the same mistake. So that's the power of a mentor. Now, investors. We all surround ourselves with other investors. As an investor, the cool thing about the investor community in real estate is most of them want everybody else to be successful. They're not out there trying to cut your throat to make a dollar off of you. They want people. So let's say you was going to be a wholesaler and you was going to wholesale a deal. Well, what a wholesaler does is a wholesaler will meet somebody and they'll talk them into selling their house. And they have a pool of investors that are there, maybe 50 investors that they then pitch their deal to, and those investors will buy the deal and they get to make some money off of that deal. That's called wholesaling, and a lot of people will go into doing wholesaling because they don't have enough money to buy property, and they can still make a good return off of it, and it still gets them more knowledgeable in the real estate arena. And as their knowledge grows, their ability grows to make more money, and the avenues that they look at and the different opportunities that they see grow with that right there. And they're going to continue to do that. So I like to have some investors on my power team that I can call and I can talk to and I can pitch an idea off of. And I can say, hey, I'm going to invest in this one area. What do you think? I bought my first apartment complex. You do apartment complex. Can you give me some advice? Or maybe the time to do that is before you buy the apartment complex. But investors are always good to have. So engineers. So why would you need an engineer on your power team? For me, I do a lot of land development. So I'll buy a piece of land. I'll buy 2 pieces of land. I'll buy 5 pieces of land. Then I will take those 5 pieces of land and I will combine them into 1 piece of land. And then I will get it rezoned. So I have an engineer that combines it. Then I take that piece of land, I get that piece of land rezoned from maybe 5 pieces of land that has single family housing to 1 tract of land that I can do a 200 unit apartment complex on. That's going to be an engineer that's going to take that. The engineer is going to take that to planning and zoning. They're going to work with you through the whole entire deal to make that happen. That's called entitlements, as he takes that land and rezones it from single family to multifamily. That's an entitlement to the land. When an entitlement is added to the land is then worth more money. So the importance of an engineer is they're going to take that from 1 level, 5 levels forward, which each level where the land is worth more money. Now, he's going to get paid for that right there. But your return on the investment of paying an engineer is going to be greater than what if you just held the land and did it a different way. Most of the time. I can't say every time, if you evaluate the deal properly. So next we're going to use banking relationships. Why do you need a banking relationship? I need a bank that I can call if I need money that can do something really quick for me. Somebody that I have a relationship and they know what I do. They know that I'm going to pay them back. They know that I'm not a flight risk. Give me the money. I'm going to run off and go to a casino and gamble it away. So you want to know that your banker knows you personally. that you work with the same banker over and over and over. They trust you, you trust them. We're working on a pretty big deal right now that my banker and I, he's talking to me on Christmas Day because they're still working on the deal and trying to make it all work because we want to close before the end of the year. And that's an important thing for me, to have a banker that's going to do that for me on Christmas Day. And that is a banking relationship that's going to get you there. You're not going to call having never met the president of your bank or never met the loan officers who control everything. Having never built that relationship, they're not going to jump outside that box for you if you haven't already built that relationship. So you need to invest some time in that. The next thing I want realtors on my side. I currently own a real estate company. My wife is the real estate broker. Typically, I don't find my own deals. I use a realtor. They send me stuff on a daily basis, and there may be several realtors sending me stuff on a daily basis. The one who sends it to me first is the one I buy that deal from if I'm going to buy that deal. I can't count on me finding everything that I want. I need somebody else working for me to help me find those deals. So once you get a couple of realtors that know, hey, if I find him a good deal or I find her a good deal, they're going to buy that deal. They're going to pitch you deals all the time, and they'll give you some really good stuff. And they're going to give it to you before they give it to anybody else because they're going to want to make you successful, because when you're successful, you make them successful. A title company. So what is the purpose of a title company? So we buy a house, we sign a contract, that contract goes to my title company. My title company is going to verify that there's no liens on it, there's no easements on that property I don't know about, there's nothing out there that can cripple me in the end. They're going to give it to me with title insurance that's going to tell me, hey, if anything is wrong with this property that we did not catch and did not notify you about, we are responsible for that right there. That is the importance of a title company. So why do you need one on your power team? Can't you just go out and get one? You can. But the more properties you deal with, the more problems you're going to face. I like to look for troubled properties. That is where I make my best return, is troubled properties that people can't do anything with. I want to buy that property, and I want to spend the time and invest my time and energy on fixing whatever the problem is for that property. My title company takes care of that for me. We invest the money in it. They clear the title. They take the harsh things on it that are on it off of it so that I can take that property, develop it, and make some money with it. Real estate lawyers. Real estate lawyers are just going to be part of it, because when the title company finds anything, the title company is going to hand it over to the attorneys, and the attorneys are going to take care of the problem from there. My title company is a lawyer company also, so they have internal staff of lawyers that take care of all of that right there as they do our stuff. But a lawyer is going to be your best friend. You're going to need one on your side. You're going to need one that whenever you have a problem that you have worked with over and over, so that they know who you are when you call. If you go and you have never worked with an attorney before and you need them to do something very specific for you, chances are they're going to look at it and say, there's not enough money in it for me to do it. And they're going to walk away from it. They're just going to tell you they don't want to be bothered with it. But if you use that same attorney over and over and over, and they're able to make money from you month after month after month on these properties that you're buying, then when one of them is hard, they're willing to fight that fight for you. And I can tell you right now, my attorney has fought her behind off in 2022 for me all year long, because I bought problematic properties all year long. And I'm going to tell you, I bet she's got at least 250 hours, 350 hours invested in my properties alone, trying to cure some issues with these properties. But that's the properties I like. You may not like those kind of properties. You don't have to invest in that arena. Every arena is specialized for you. Whatever you decide is your arena to invest in. But you will still need them. So just understand it. Appraisers. Why do I need an appraiser? When I want to buy a property, the bank's going to decide who the appraiser is, and that's who's going to get the job. The problem with that is the bank's going to give it to the person who bids the cheapest price. I have relationships with appraisers. I just bought a house last week. We paid $700,000 for the house. They were wanting $1 million for the house when it went on the market. And I offered them $700,000 and they didn't take the money. So after about 3 months of not selling the house, they came back to me, wondering if I would give them $800,000 for it. And I was not willing to go up on the price. I said, what I will do is I will hire an appraiser that will come appraise that house. And I will give you what the house appraises for. If it appraises for $800,000, I'll give you that right there. But I'll give you what it appraises for. So I called my appraiser. My appraiser went out, appraised the property. It came back at $700,000. They signed a contract on it. I turned it over to my bank. I turned it over to my title company. They took that property then and had a bank appraisal done on it. And that bank appraisal came in $10,000 higher. So I was okay with raising that price to $710,000 because I told them I would give them what it appraised for. So we did that, bought the property. But if I didn't have an appraiser that I could call that could help me make a good evaluation of a deal I was looking at, this is what it is truly worth. If I didn't have that appraiser, then I might have overpaid for that property. And I don't want to overpay for a piece of property. Insurance agents. All of your properties are going to have insurance on it. Every deal you do, you got to insure. I have a very good relationship with my insurance agent. She protects me at every avenue. She looks at my portfolio every single year, looks for problems that we have in it, looks for things that we may need to change. She's shopping the best prices all the time. She's always got my back. And if she sees that I do something that's going to put me at risk, she immediately steps in and says, stop, we got to fix this before we go any further. And we do. I trust her, she trusts me. We have that relationship. So you should have an insurance agent on your staff working for you, not directly working for you, but working for you to make sure that you are successful at what you do. And nobody can come in and sue you and take away the stuff that you've worked your whole life for. A home inspector. So I am a contractor by trade. I have been a contractor for the last 30 years. I am a state licensed electrical contractor. I'm a state licensed mechanical contractor. I'm a state licensed general contractor. I've been licensed in the state of Tennessee, Ohio, Kentucky, Louisiana, Texas, Alabama. I've been all over the country, but I don't want to do my home inspections. If I go out and look at my home inspection, I'm not going to spend 3 hours out there looking at it. I'm going to look at the house, I'm going to do a general evaluation, and I'm going to make an offer on the house. So the difference is when I pay $200, $300 for a home inspector to come do it, they're going to give me the most nitpicking piece of paper that you could ever dream of. And they're going to pick every little detail item that isn't right on that property, and they're going to challenge that right there. And they're going to say, you need to fix this, and you need to fix this, and you need to fix this. Some of the stuff you want fixed. Some of the stuff you don't want fixed. But what this gives me is it gives me something that maybe I'm not going to crawl under the house and look at all of the floor joists to see if they're rotted. But this home inspector is. And when they go look at every single floor joist, and you got a couple that are rotted and need to be replaced, that could be a $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 repair. If you miss that, that is important when you're running some tight numbers. When you're trying to get 10% return on investment and it drops it down to 5% return on investment, you lost half of the profit you was expecting to get on a monthly basis. So you don't want to do that right there. So even if you don't need a home inspector, even if you're capable of doing it all yourself, it is a good investment for a few $100s to get it done. And if you get a relationship with a particular home investor and say, hey, I just want you to do the properties I give you, what can be a price? They'll cut you a little bit of slack and you give them everything you got. Hey, I got this. I need you to do a check for me. That $250 may save you a $100,000 loss on a job. I've done a project before that if I didn't inspect it properly, I could have lost a couple of $1 million on that one project because of floor joists being rotted by themselves, nothing else on the deal, just that. It was that serious. So always get it done. Then you want to have a list of contractors that you can use. You always want to know if you got a plumber. You always want to know that you got an electrician. You always want to know that you got somebody that can do trim work, door work, painting, somebody that can do drywall, every facet. You want to develop relationships with contractors that will come in and take care of what you got. If you close on a deal and you're sitting on that deal for 60, 90 days because you can't get anybody to come over there and work with you because you don't have a relationship and they're not going to move things around to take care of your problems, then you're in trouble. You want to put yourself in a position when you call a contractor, maybe you got to wait a week, but you ain't got to wait much more than that, and they can at least get somebody there that can help you. Having contractors that you know, having contractors you have a relationship with, that's important. This is just a small list of the power team that you may need, but each position is important. And if you don't have them, then you may be setting yourself up for failure. So I encourage everybody to take a look, maybe add a few to that right there, people that you don't have, and go from there. But they're important. So I appreciate you tuning in to the Real Estate Template. Please like and subscribe to the video. Let us know what you think about it. If you have a problem, you don't like something, let us know. If you like it, let us know. If you have some questions, you can email us. We'll try and answer them on air. If we don't get them on air, we'll answer you back through an email at least. If we have anything that you would like to have answered, anything that you would like to see on a video, let us know. We're open for it. We're going to do a couple of videos coming up on some properties we just bought, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do with these properties, how we're going to make them better. So we're looking forward to that right there. Thank you very much. Have a great day.